Hey, what's up? Hey, Caesar, can you do that?
What is that, Justin? We gotta get small. It's way too big.
I just want to be in their faces tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
that is way too much.
Hey, man,
what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hope Shot Live.
Gotta be like this. Welcome to the Hope Shot Live.
Thank you so much.
You got Caesar and Justin tonight, and that's all you got.
Oh man, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hope Shot Sunday Night Live. Yeah, it's the Justin Caesar and Justin show. That sounds better.
Just the two of us.
Hope everyone had a great weekend. Looking forward to the week. I know some people are, some people aren't. You know, it's a 50-50 bag up in here. Let's see if you guys are just jumping on. Say what's up. Let us know you're here. Also, hit that share button. You never know who me and Caesar might hit tonight. What's up, Dustin?
Always in first, man. We appreciate you, Dustin.
Yes, sir, man. Hope you had a good weekend too, my friend. So yeah, man. We don't, Caesar, clarity statement, my friend.
Well, before I do that, just let everybody know our good friend Nate is still with us. He's on a job. He's been hanging out in New York. Now he's in California, and he'll be back with us the week of Thanksgiving. So when is that? Next week? I don't even know what day it is.
Not this week. Yeah, the next week. Yep.
So he'll be back the following week.
Yeah, he's like a week. He'll be back.
All right. So the Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. And thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
Thanks, Caesar. I was going to ask somebody else to do it, but I figured nobody else was here. So
it's just the two of us.
Oh, we got Ricky on YouTube. Hey, a Hope Shot. I hope you both can see me on YouTube chat this week. Last week, it did not seem like I could get through.
Well, coming through loud and clear.
Yep, loud and clear. We got Raylene. Hey, guys. What's up, Raylene? Good to see you here. So, yeah, man, we don't really have a topic, like usual. No. But
hey, hold on a second. Let me throw this up there. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Welcome to the Hope Shot.
I'm just not here. It's cool. Yeah, no big deal.
It's a friend of mine from this area, and she moved out of the area.
I know. I'm just kidding. Of course, I figured that.
We got, let's see, Teresa. Thank you for being here. It is an honor and a privilege to be here. And then we got Robin. Hey, guys, great celebration of life for Mark today. And it was absolutely beautiful. We celebrated our friend Mark's life today. He passed away a little while back, and we all got together, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was just a privilege to be there and get to speak about him and hear how many lives he touched. So somber, but beautiful day.
I am seeing, I don't know what's going on but it's like fuzzy on Facebook. And I'm like,
I don't know, but everybody in the comments, if you have anything you'd like to talk about today, if anything's affecting your recovery, if you have a topic that you'd like to hear us speak about, please put it in the comments. And as they come in, we'll talk about them. If not, you'll just hear Justin and I ramble on about the stuff that we go through in life.
Yeah. I will tell you that it's been a lot of changes, with it's always a lot of changes, man. It's like, and that's something I always say. Me and Tiffany actually just talked about this today, adapting and overcoming, right? It's never, a failure. It's never a, whatever. It's adapting and overcoming, because we have seasons in my life. I have seasons to myself, as well as everybody around me has seasons. So like me and my wife, she goes through different stuff than I do. I go through different stuff than she does. And we both have to adapt and overcome to each other, because at certain times, man, we could be like on cloud 9 with each other and everything's wonderful and sunshines and rainbows. And like other times we want to kill each other. You know what I mean? It's like, but those are far in between. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? It's always just a disagreement of the way we feel, because we're both people trying to like live life together and figure this thing out and adapt to overcoming our personal struggles as well as like our relationship struggles, right? And I one thing that I you know, like we're trying to like eat healthy and go to the gym and like do work and business and family and kids, and there's so many things to do in life that sometimes it becomes overwhelming. Like there's just not enough time in the day. And then also put some self-care in with recovery. Like, come on, man. Like
Well, that's where I'm at with it, and that's the whole no is a complete sentence. I'm at a point right now. We're calling them seasons, so I'm in the season of no.
I like
I cannot take on anymore. I cannot do anymore. I can't fit anymore into my day. I'm maxed out. You know, my schedule's full. I don't have the option of adding new things at the moment. And that's okay. You know, I don't have to do everything all the time, but there's certain things that I have to do that remain a priority. And the first thing is my recovery. Without that, all this other crap goes away anyway.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I'm with you, man. It's
Here, put this one up here. Did you see Sean's comment? 6 months clean and sober, completed House of Hope residential treatment October 24th, moved into recovery residence November 7th. God has changed my life. Congratulations, Sean, and stay on the path, brother. That is awesome.
Oh yeah, man. That is awesome. You know, it's you know, even when you think that you have offloaded your plate is still full, you know, you know, and it's like, it's something that, like I said, man, adapt and overcome. And then like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to like, I can be so caught up in like, I think I failed, or I feel like a failure at certain things that I'm not living up to my own expectations on. But it's never really a failure. It's always just, we're getting used to it. We're I guess being seasoned for it, as we can say, which it took me a long time to be okay with that. You know, I am such a perfectionist that I want to be perfect at everything, and I just can't. It's impossible.
Is that reasonable?
Huh?
That's what I ask myself. Is that reasonable? Is it reasonable for me to be perfect at everything? No, it's not.
You know, the only thing I want to be perfect at is staying clean. You know what I mean? Staying sober. Like not
putting one in me today. I can do that perfect.
Because I know everything else is workoutable, you know, figure outable, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is.
Here. So check this out. Dustin says, my self-care doesn't even feel like self-care anymore. Everything is stressful and I'm completely overwhelmed. And even when I'm trying to slow down and relax and have time to myself, I don't enjoy it like I should because my mind just won't stop. I can relate. And I know my wife can relate. She's not here to talk about it, but that's been this weekend's struggles. When you try to slow down and relax, but you can't because your mind is on work and all the things that you're supposed to be doing.
Can't do it.
Too many things.
Yay! I'm in my pajamas, but I'll pop in.
No, wait. Can I just see your shirt?
It says Jive Turkey.
Don't be.
Yeah, that struggle is real. It's hard sometimes. What did the comments say exactly?
Dustin says my self-care doesn't even feel like self-care anymore. Everything is stressful and I'm completely overwhelmed. And even when I'm trying to slow down and relax and have time to myself, I don't enjoy it like I should because my mind just won't stop. Sound familiar?
Yeah, it sounds absolutely familiar. And I don't know that I'm the most helpful for this weekend, but I'll be real. Like I was telling Caesar and Justin before the show, like I spent half the weekend crying. I won't say about what or what the stressful situation was, but I can completely relate. And I had to, I don't know. The only way lately I can slow it down is really by practicing my meditation. My meditation helps me, putting in headphones, completely shutting out the lights, and putting on a guided meditation. That helps me. But it's tricky. It's hard, man. I don't know. I don't have the answers to that this weekend because I'm struggling with the same thing, and I'll just be honest.
Yeah, I will say that, like, me and Tiffany were talking about that too. Like, you know, we make time for these like vacations and time for ourselves, right? But it's so stressful coming up to these damn vacations to make sure everything's in place and nothing hits the fan. Like, it's almost like planning an event and it rains, right?
Hey, we know about that.
Yes, but you know what I mean? Like, you're having everything, you think this magical freaking unicorns and butterflies and rainbows and all this stuff, and everything's gonna be amazing. And you have all these expectations, and what happens is, like, it doesn't go exactly as planned. Like, man, I had work planned out, everything was perfect. Like, I planned this vacation. I'm like, yes, I need time, I need a break. And then my Google account got shut down, and my business has been affected by it, and just everything is not going as expected. And I want to cancel it, and I'm like, no. And then I'm stressed out going up to it, and I got an argument with my wife today, and because of all the stress that comes with it, and like trying to figure everything out, and like all this, God, it's a mess. And then it's like we're going on vacation. It's like supposed to be this fun time and like relaxing, but is it? And I'm like,
when you get there.
And then I'm like, oh, this is why I don't even do these things. And like, but
Are you able to not plan the vacation out, Justin? Like, do you plan out your days on vacation? This is a struggle between him and I. Like, he'll like be like, okay, we're going to be here at 8 a.m. and we're going to do this at 9 a.m. and I'm going to do this. We're going to go skydiving at noon. And I'm like, dude, let me sleep and like go to the pool.
Nope. I am not about that life.
Yeah,
I don't want.
I have issues, man. I like to plan everything.
Yeah, you have issues, but no, Tiffany wants to plan it out too. But and I don't mind planning some things, but I just want to be spur of the moment sometimes, a little, a little hippie-ish.
Dustin said that came off harsh. I'm not depressed and I love my life. Hold on, that came off harsh. I'm not depressed and I love my life. Just so many questions unanswered and I still struggle with patience. I want resolutions and I know they will come. But until they do, I can't think about anything else. I know, Dustin. It's 'tis hard. These are any words of wisdom? I don't have them tonight. I'm like a big ball of stress this weekend.
You don't seem like it.
Well, I'm a little better today than I was on Friday and Saturday. I'll tell you that.
Let's do this. Let me go back. Somebody had contempt prior to investigation here.
Yeah, it was up here.
I want to try to talk about some recovery-related stuff, so we just don't talk about being batshit crazy all night without any solution at all.
We have solutions somewhere.
Do we really, Justin?
There's solutions, but there's something about being real too. We talk about solutions every single week.
Okay.
So, can anyone say what contempt prior to
Please,
investigation?
no, I have no clue.
So that's saying that won't work for me before you ever try it.
Mm.
So that would be like, say, a 12-step program, and you go, oh man, 12-step doesn't work for me, but you've never worked the 12 steps.
Or it won't work for me because of the God thing. That's like the most common thing.
Or saying, meditation absolutely won't work for you. Have you ever tried to meditate? No. That's contempt prior to investigation.
Got it. Okay.
So that is probably what kept me out there for a very long time. Somebody shared with me one time early on, they're like, you have a spiritual malady. I was like, what are you talking about, a spiritual malady? I have a getting arrested and overdosing problem, not a spiritual levitating problem. But if I had listened to that guy, he was actually correct. It took a lot more pain and suffering. I thought that recovery was not going to work for me. I thought I was too far gone. I thought it was something for people that hadn't gotten to the point that I had gotten to. And I was wrong, and I'll freely admit that I was wrong. That was contempt prior to investigation. That can't work for a guy like me, but I never tried it.
Oh,
Bueller.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do something right here, but
See, wait, hold on. But while you're thinking, Justin,
Who?
I'm saying Justin and Dustin at the same time. See, this is why we do share the bad too. Like I know we're solution, but I feel better just venting and knowing I'm not alone in my crazy. Definitely not alone, Dustin. Glad I could help you in at least that aspect tonight.
Drop the mic, walk away.
It's yeah, I mean, you're definitely not alone. That we try to be very transparent on here and share that we struggle with stuff too. It's life on life's terms, and we like life on our own terms. That's just not the way that things work. You know, if we could plan everything out perfectly and it just went that way, wouldn't we all just be super happy? But that's not God's plan for me. That's not my higher power's plan. That may look very different. That may look like a roller coaster that goes upside down 14 times in a loop. And my plans look like a straight line and smooth sailing, but there's no growth in that either.
Listen, we would never have found a solution in drugs or alcohol. It never would have became a problem if everything was sunshines and rainbows all the freaking time.
See, look, here's Sean again. I said that about treatment in the 12 steps. So did I, Sean. I said it for many years. Even when I went to treatment the first 3 times and those people were coming in and preaching about the 12 steps, I was like, what does that got to do with me? I'm just unlucky. I just keep getting arrested because I'm on the wrong street at the wrong time. It's not my fault. It's all situational. I couldn't see myself in any of the problem. It was always somebody else's fault. And what recovery taught me was I got to look at myself, and it turns out that drugs and alcohol were only a symptom. I'm the problem. And at least I can work on me if I'm the problem.
There's a lounge taking place.
Hey, Melissa?
Yeah, go ahead, put it up there.
Okay. Melissa says, you guys never cease to amaze me with timing. Long drive home from dropping the grandkid back with his dad. 3 hours alone to think about his shifting is taking place in my life. This shifting is taking place in my life. Bawling my eyes out, decompressing, and trying to wrap my head around it. I'm in the same mental place as Dustin, grateful, but overthinking and lacking patience.
Is there something in the air like this weekend?
It's the holidays, yo.
I don't even think about the holidays.
It's just that time of year.
Justin's thinking like I think. She's thinking something with moon phases and planets are aligned the wrong way.
Maybe.
And
yes.
And the energy's just all wrong.
No.
Not wrong. Like there's something intense. Listen, I totally talk about, just like Nate talks about it, I'm highly, highly sensitive. I'm a highly sensitive person. People call it that. People call it empath, whatever. And I'm telling you, we are affected by stuff like that. Maybe not necessarily moon phases, but
I'm just teasing. But yeah, you always look for a deeper meaning, and I'm like Justin, those dang old holidays got us all messed up.
Yeah, the holidays change the energy, though. Like people just everything is energy. All right,
I felt like it was elections, not for a minute. That's correct.
Well, that can definitely affect some people.
I'm just saying. As I was like, yeah. Anyways, but no, it's something in the air right now, man. And sometimes I feel like this. Everybody gets excited for holidays. I don't think I've ever been really excited for the holidays, and it's sad. But like my whole life, I never really had that family thing, and we did, but I never was like present for it or even sober enough to even deal with it, you know. But like I've never been so like really excited because it's always a stress factor, man. It's always like, am I gonna have enough money to make it through? It's slow season, got this, and I'm like. I that's this shit that goes through my head, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a Merry Christmas, and we're gonna do caroling and freaking put up some lights and some Christmas trees and buy a bunch of presents, and I'm like, oh my god, how the hell am I gonna do this?
do you look at it in terms of work,
money, all of it? I mean, that's my stress.
So I did the same thing. I'm like, man, I got to work extra hard to buy all these presents, but then I got to work to put up these trees and put up these lights. Then I got to work to take them all down. And I'm like, and then I just realized I was being a Scrooge, and it's not about me, and it's about the kids. Here's a good one from Amy Lee. How do you deal with family that holds a relapse against you, even if it wasn't that reason? The next part says wasn't under here. Wasn't that recent. I shared when it happened, and recently that person is disgusted that they're with the hardest hurts. How do I deal with those kind of things? Actions speak louder than words. I can't change people, but I can change my actions and I can change my reactions. And the only thing that ever took that stuff away and earned the trust back and made people forget about the old me was my consistent, positive change in the right direction, steady, consistent, in recovery. That will change minds. Words are meaningless when you've hurt people, screwed them over, let them down, all those things. It means nothing to say I'm sorry or I'm changing. Can't you see that? You can't say it. You just got to live it. And eventually, either A, they'll forget about it and they'll let it go, or B,
They won't.
they're petty and they won't, and you'll outgrow those people.
Well, I mean, not even necessarily petty. They could have been very hurt by your actions. And I mean, that's just, you know.
True. Not, yeah.
I mean, it's hard, but you said something really important several times. The word you used is consistency. Consistent. Keep showing them over and over who you are today. And, you know, I mean, my experience with that is that eventually people come around. My family didn't understand addiction at all. It was always like, look what you're doing to yourself. I mean, they were straight up pretty much disgusted with me because my mom dealt with it on her side of the family. And, you know, she was one of the only non-addicts in her family. And she moved literally away from the state that she lived in and had her family in another state to keep us away from it. And all she had was the bad experience. She had her side of the family. She had, you know, her mom who was never around, her siblings who she dealt with. And now all of a sudden, you know, she did everything that she thought she was right by having a family and, you know, in a different place, in a different state. And then, you know, here I am. So, you know, she didn't understand it, but she does now. I mean, even when I started doing meetings, I asked her one time to go with me and she was like, I don't want to be around those people, because she was hurt by it her entire life, right? Like all she knew were the negative behaviors of active addiction. So people can only see things through their own experiences. And that's something that when I learned to wrap my head around that, being hurt by people, they are only seeing the world and they're only seeing things through the experiences that they've lived. You can't have them see it through your experiences. The best you can do is change that experience for them in the way that you're acting consistently, just like Caesar said. So yeah, that's I think eventually the people that you want around, as long as you're doing the next right thing, typically do come around. Maybe not perfectly, but they usually come around.
You know, it's like the one thing I do like that the one thing that Ito says that's really like resonates with me is like we cope with the world by past experiences and all the information that we've had from past. He calls it downloaded. It's the shit we have downloaded, and we need to upload new things to have new experiences, and that way we don't react the same to the world around us through the lenses that we have. And it makes perfect sense. That's just the way it is, you know. And until people have a belief in something else, or you know, experience something else, like I was a fuck up forever, and nobody believed that I'd ever get clean, you know, not a lick. Oh yeah, sure, bro. You know what I mean? And like until it happened, and then they're like, damn, homeboy really did it, you know. But it took years and years for people to figure it out, and I had to cut a lot of people off while doing it in order for me to get back to where I need to be, and then we came back together, man, you know? But it's just, that's the way it has to be. Sometimes you got to cut them off and bring them back, you know?
Yeah. When you're new and you're in that moment where you're really trying to do the right thing and nobody really believes you, they only see the old you, that is hard. But I can say from experience that I couldn't have dreamed or concocted in my mind of where I am today and the way that people perceive me today. I'm trusted. I'm respected. It's crazy. Like I could never have imagined a time where anybody would want to sit down and listen to something I had to say willingly, you know, like it's crazy.
For an hour.
I still don't feel like I've caught up to the way people view me. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I can't, what? Like, are you talking about me? Sometimes I feel like people have a little bit too much faith. But
No, we don't.
No.
Nope.
We know you're the bomb.com.
We know.
Let me read a couple comments.
I gotta wrap my own head around that.
Robin, for me, if I did not have a relationship with God, I would struggle with life on life's terms. I need a higher power because left to my own thinking, I would struggle with sobriety. I need prayer and meditation in my life to deal with life. I have moments of confusion, not all day. I can change my day at any time.
Robin was one of the very first people that I met at one of the very first meetings that I went to. And I'm telling you, Robin,
she's a badass.
She really is. And she was one of the very first people in recovery I looked up to. And when that woman speaks, she speaks from her heart, and listen to what she has to say. So anybody in here that's questioning things, I'm telling you, listen to Miss Robin's advice. I love her.
Me too.
Me too.
It takes time for people to trust you again. Suit up and keep showing up in your sobriety. Let people see the change in you. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
That's it. People just want to see you show up over and over again, and we make mistakes. We're human. Make mistakes.
Oh, this is pretty good too. Dustin over here taking over for Nastradamus. I also think it's a fear response a lot of the times. People are scared to forgive you and love you because they don't want to experience the pain of losing you again if you relapse. And that fear presents itself in anger. Absolutely, man. That's profound. If you've let people down or hurt people, they don't want to put themselves in a position to be hurt again. They'd rather just look at you and say, nah, I know you're going to do it again. I'm not letting you back in. But as we've said, consistency is the answer to that.
Here, she just did a follow-up. She says, thank you for your insight. I did throw 15 years away. It is my older daughter. I didn't have to tell anyone. I hope to be forgiven. Thank you again.
Yeah,
and you didn't throw anything away. You have 15 years of experience that you can draw on in your new journey.
I love that.
We've been talking about that. I don't like that I threw it away. You didn't throw it away. It happened. It's your experience. You had 15 years and they didn't go away.
We go back and forth with that a lot in this house. Sometimes I really love I only have today, the one day at a time thing, because to me, I'm almost to the point where I know it's weird, but I don't even want to celebrate. I'm at this many years or this many years. I see so many people. The longer I'm in recovery, I see so many people that relapse or whatever, and then they're like, I don't have my time anymore. So, and it's like that's their thinking. I either threw it all away or I don't have that time.
I lost my time, so I might as well ratchet it up to another level.
And it's like, I don't like it. It's I don't know. I like the one day at a time. For me, it's today, and I try to stay in today, and that is something that was nailed into my brain at the very beginning, and I only have today. That's all any of us have.
It's all good. It's all fun and games, man. Until it actually becomes that time. We hold this badge of honor like it's almost like a club. You know what I mean? But it's true, man. Time is just psychological. There is only but today. But
I remember when I'm sorry. I want to get this off. I remember when Nate was maybe a year sober.
I think it was his year.
And he spoke at this meeting, and I was sitting with her, and I was like, who the hell is that guy? Because they always get a newer guy to get up and be the 10-minute speaker. And I was like, wow. When I was that amount of recovery.
I don't even think he had a year. I think I don't think
I went up on the same stage at
shook.
8 months and shook like a leaf and and he just conveyed this message. And I draw on that because it doesn't matter how much time you have. It's your experience that you're sharing with somebody else that connects you with somebody else. His little bit of time, your 15 years that you lost, you now have the experience to tell somebody what not to do so they don't lose their 15 years. It's still your experience, and that is still your time. Know what I mean, Bern?
I know what you mean. See, Brett says, surrender is the acceptance of my current situation with no further reservation. Much respect, guys.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. The you know, a lot of people hold on to that and it keeps them sick for a long time too. And it's sad to see, you know. At least you know, people that can admit the wrongs and not hold on to the fact and then keep moving forward. You know, that's what it's about. Moving forward, you know, because we all do the best we can. We have slip ups. So shit, I relapse without relapsing all the time. Does that make sense?
Mental relapse.
Mental, emotional, all of it, man. Like all of it, you know. I feel like jumping to anger all the time, dude. Like just dumb shit, man. Like
Just like Miss Robin said, you can start your day over at any time. I'm gonna take that into my week this week. She said, you still got some tools in your toolbox, you just gotta use them. Ain't that the truth? This weekend they all sort of just flew out. I don't know. Like I don't
shit was everywhere.
and I'm not usually like that. I'm like, what is happening? It was all kinds of emotions.
It's like you're in the garage and you kicked over the damn toolbox and you're frustrated and you hurt your big toe and like yeah, man. Sometimes it be like that.
It does.
You know, I want to.
Sometimes life's messy.
I want to throw this out there real quick. We have a gratitude gathering that we're going to be doing at the end of this month. It is going to be November 27th. Yes, 27th. Sorry, I'm just thinking of that. Don't be talking like that. It's November 27th at 8 p.m. We're going to be doing live just like we're doing here on the Sunday, and we're going to do a Zoom meeting. So we put the event up on the top of our page. You can go there, click it, put going, and come in. Just share some gratitude, man. Let's all get together, share some gratitude. It might be a little bit longer than a normal meeting. You know, it might be.
Didn't we have like 50 people that
Yeah,
I mean, I know it was more than, but we got to like 50 people, right?
I think it was about that. You know, we can come and go as we want, you know, and like if people want to leave and come back or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like it's just going to be an open discussion and people sharing their gratitude. We're going to have a little thing in the beginning, maybe say a poem. You know, I think that's what we did last year is we did a little poem of gratitude. Just kind of break bread with everybody.
Got to be a little shorter than last year's poem. You remember that?
No. That was his past one. That was his past one, I think. The other one, the one last year was not that bad.
I don't remember the last one. The last one we did that was like 4 pages long.
Yeah, no, the last gratitude gathering was it was a very short one. It's a good one. I'm gonna find one that's gonna be great. It's gonna be just an awesome little thing.
It's fun. Everybody gets to get screen time and share their gratitude and
Scream
or scream time.
Scream
time. Whatever you need to do. If you need to scream your gratitude, all the better.
Listen, I'll tell you this, man. And the reason we do this.
Grateful.
Oh, damn. I thought he was going to live. Where's the guitar? There's some metal in here. But like I can forget to be grateful, you know, super easy. I can be super like my problems become mountains and when really they're molehills, but I forget to be grateful. I forget to be grateful, and it's a consistent act of trying to practice it. Everything we do in this thing is consistent. We try, man. We try our best.
You want me to add you to the gratitude list in the morning?
What do you mean?
Do a gratitude list every morning with like 5 guys. We all send it to each other.
Oh, really?
You want me to add you to the list?
I mean, you can if you want. I'm in this Marco Polo thing because I'm in the 2022 area, and Marco Polo, Marco Polo, you could do a video one.
Yeah, we just type it.
Yeah,
very old school.
Yeah, we no typing.
Today I am grateful.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then your focus for today. Today's focus will be humility, and then how you're going to apply that.
Sure. You add me if you want.
It's not a group chat. I just send it out to people. So I'll send you mine, and then you can send one back.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, so
I need another group chat. Like I need a hole in my head.
Dude, I always do that. When people put me in group chats, I'm like, oh, great, another group chat.
So come on, guys, get in the comments. What do you want to talk about? We still got plenty of time.
Let's see. We got Robin says also Edna Club is having a alcohol phone.
Alcathon.
Alcohol.
So they'll have 24-hour meetings around the clock for Thanksgiving. They typically do that for Christmas, Thanksgiving. Some of the clubhouses do it for New Year's Eve. We used to take the 2:00 in the morning meeting over at another local clubhouse on New Year's. So you don't have to be alone. If you don't have anybody, you can always go to one of your local clubhouses and be of service and help keep the doors open 24 hours. It's awesome.
Dustin says, "I really hope not. Hope I'm not working that night. I would love to be a part of that. Too much gratitude to not share it." Well, tell him you need off to share it. Just kidding. Tell him, throw in the towel, man. You ain't going to work.
He'll be the first one on there anyway. Don't let him fool you.
I know he's tripping. It's just he's like, I might not make it, and then he's gonna be
not make it. Boom, first in.
Sean says that he said I'd be interested in that gratitude group, Caesar.
I think it says graduate group.
It does, but I'm pretty sure
we would love to have you.
Yeah, so
it's fun.
Yeah, I wonder if I could post. I'm gonna totally jump on.
You dang right you are, Dustin.
Let me see if I can get the link for the deal. Real quick.
Oh yeah, Melissa says she'll be there.
Copy.
We've been talking a lot of. I think it's kind of been a theme for a while here that we're busy, slightly overwhelmed, and
a little bit.
I don't want to sound like I'm just complaining. The beautiful thing is I have a life worth living today. I didn't have a life that was worth living. I'd rather have not lived it. So I have so much packed into life because, life got busy when we got responsible and in recovery and doing the right thing. And I don't want it to sound like we're bitching because we're blessed. And 90% of the time we're bitching about the things that we prayed for a few years ago. And it's important to get back into gratitude. So this gratitude thing coming up is definitely necessary, but it's a morning ritual for me. I get up every morning. The first thing I do is a reading, and I start typing out 3 or 4 examples of what I'm grateful for, and then my focus for the day. Because if I don't invite my higher power into my work day, and if I don't have some type of focus for the day, I will have a shit show of a day because it'll be all self-will and I will just run myself into the ground. So the gratitude thing is huge because if I'm truly grateful for the life I'm living, I'll act grateful and I won't walk around bitching and moaning all day long, and I will be who I'm supposed to be. If I skip that morning part, I run into the day just
backwards.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to me in the middle of the day. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I mean, it's
7 phones.
Yeah.
I could barely get in touch with them. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. That's great. You okay? Everything okay?
I like this. You see this one? Read Brent's.
Why don't you click on it, bro?
I was just trying to include you, bro. Whatever. I'll read it.
Why are you always telling me to do stuff?
Really big into gratitude. I really believe gratitude and misery can exist in the same body. I'm going to try to start one of those gratitude texts in the morning. I already have something similar to that, but I like that idea too. It's cool. It expands. So I sent it to one guy and that guy sent something back to me. And then he's like, oh, I want to add my sponsee to it. And then I added somebody to it. And all I do is I write it and I send it to one person. Then I copy and paste it to say like 3 other people. But then I get to see all of theirs that come back. So for the next 3 hours in the morning, I'm reading people's gratitude. Like what they're grateful for that day. And it's really hard to have a bad day when you're looking at newer people that are going, man, I'm so grateful to wake up in my own bed today and not in jail. I'm grateful to be free. I'm grateful to have a job. You know, the things that I started listing early on, you know, those are the new things for them. And it really does. It changes my perspective.
Yeah. I'm grateful to not wake up dope sick.
Yeah, for real though.
That's a real. You know, I was gonna say something while you were talking, and I totally.
It's all my fault.
It is your fault. I'm glad you understand this. Damn. Yeah, I forgot, man. I forgot.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah, I hope it will. No, wasn't that important. Anyways, you know, but this, you know, I think that's why, like, there's gonna be a balance, man. It's like I say, it's always adapt and overcome, the balancing act of life. And when you sit there, oh, I know what it was. There it is. I knew if I talk for a second, it would just. But having gratitude and like listen to other people's gratitude really shifts your focus and puts you back in humility, because like you really, how can you be like, you can't be grateful, like Homeboy was saying, Brett was saying, you can't be grateful and be miserable at the same time. You know, it keeps your ego in check as well, because then like I don't know, like I get these little glimpses, like I'll be driving down the road, man, and driving by like past experienced places that I've been, and I have like a deja vu or like a remnants of what it was like back then. And I go by these places, man, where I use my using spots, right? And they're all over the place, like especially where I live. Like I live in the place I used. So I go by these places, man, and it brings me right back to that feeling, that thought, that everything, all the chaos, the misery, all of it. And it puts me back in gratitude like that, like boom, like, because like I never want to feel that way again. I never want to live like that. My life is pretty freaking good. You know, I really have nothing to complain about except for these Cadillac problems, you know, but they're real problems, you know, and everybody, you know, I always screw around like Cadillac problems, but it's like, man, I'm a grown ass freaking kid trying to learn and figure out this life, navigate this damn life, get busy, build a business, be successful while trying to keep up with the freaking, the people that never did use, you know, it's like, and it's like, I'm not even really
keep up with the Joneses. It's not worth it.
I'm not keeping up though. It's like, you see, and it's not even that, like, this is real shit right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at these people that never went through the addiction process and never went through this bullshit. And then you're like, you see them like how far advanced they are. And like, I'm still trying to learn how to freaking control my damn emotions. You know what I mean? Like a damn child, like literally I have these freaking, you know, just sometimes, man, I get off, man. And like, I get in, I can't control my emotions sometimes. And I don't mean to. And like, I'm still working that part of me out, man. And, growing up in public, as freaking Nate says, you know, all the time. And it's hard sometimes, man. They're real problems that I'm going through at the time, but I always can bring it back. And I'm like, you know what? Everything's okay. I'm fine. And as I go through it, it gets easier and easier. It gets better and better. And I learn how to manage my emotions a little bit better. But dude, sometimes I'm like, what the hell happened this day? You know what I mean? Like it's insane. Oh man.
Oh,
Dude, I see. Do you see what I see? Lisa.
What does EDC stand for?
Oh, I found out. It's called Electric Daisy Carnival.
Oh my! It's the Electric Daisy Carnival.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It looked like
it looked lit. It looked lit.
It was lit.
Johnny keeps sending pictures, and I'm like, dang.
Bro, like I'm like, is that freaking was it Hunger Games?
It looks crazy.
It's insane. So what else we got in here?
What's it say? It helps me to reflect back on how horrible it was because I was so sick, chasing one thing, to lose it all in my mind during it, not just material things. Absolutely. It helps me to reflect back too, because like Justin's talking about, we call them Cadillac problems, but yes, they're real problems, but they're so small compared to the massive, huge problems I had when I was using. Those were frightening ass problems. Today, they seem really big, but they're really not that big.
They're not. They're very small.
It's growing pains, right?
It's super growing pains. It's growing up pains.
She said, it's freaking amazing. We know we're just over here grunting it out on the show, not living our best lives at the electronic dance carnival.
Daisy,
whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I was like, man, I just went to an what is that? Economic Development Council. And I was like, that's what kind of threw me off. I was like, is that what they're at?
Yeah, I thought it was electronic dance something for sure. But
no, the thing looked ridiculous.
Daisy.
But, yeah. Let's see. We got Dustin says, I do that same thing. It's hard for me to make in-person meetings lately, but I always make sure to get to the Sunday morning meetings at Green Key Beach because I got to drive right past my old dope man's house, and it's a great reminder of how miserable it was there. Yes.
Yeah.
So
drive right by there to your badass meeting sunrise on the beach. You go from, I don't want none of that to I want all of this.
Yeah,
that's got to be awesome.
Yeah, man. Sean says, never had gratitude during my running. Now I'm grateful every day. Brett says, my fiance of 3.5 years died on October 28th. Amy Chilinsky. And I remained grateful. If not, I'd be drunk and smoking crack cocaine. Man, that is definitely where your recovery kicks in right there. You know, having to overcome, your fiance. I mean, if anything, that's a very close person. So kudos to you, man, for one thing, come on here and let us know that and just being that person, because your experience is going to help somebody down the road, of how they're going to stay grateful and stay in recovery going through something like that.
My great grand sponsor, he was a New York cop, and his child killed herself with his service revolver, and he stayed sober. So whenever I think there's something that I can't make it through, he shares that, he talks about it, that somebody sat down with him and said that, what are you going to do with your love for your daughter? I think I've shared this on here before. It's like, well, that love doesn't just go anywhere. Now you've got to share that with somebody else. And he turned and focused on helping people and sharing his gratitude for his sobriety. And it's powerful. There's nothing that any of us will face that somebody else hasn't gone through somewhere. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of having a fellowship of people, is that you can draw on their experiences. I mean, I can't imagine going through something like that, but I know somebody who has. And if I ever have to face something that horrible, I can go to him and he can tell me how to get through it and how to get through it sober.
Exactly. I'm so sorry for your loss as well. So we got Ricky. He says, good night, Caesar and Justin. I do not use Facebook anymore due to family drama trying to get on the road to recovery. Unfortunately, I did not hear advice on my question. What was this question? Did you see it?
I gotta go back.
Let's go back in the time.
Oh,
there it is. Justin, thank you for acknowledging. I will try to make things short with being embarrassed. I really need in North Pinellas Park near Largo, and unfortunately, my truck is down. There's another. My truck is down, so I can't travel yet to Pasco. My problem is I am abusing my prescription, being addicted now. What would your advice be to one who is? Sorry we missed that. So you got something, Caesar?
I'm processing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your truck is down. You're abusing your prescriptions. The first thing would be probably reach out to somebody, whether your truck's down or not. You have to know people in the area, and you can reach out to us. I can probably find a meeting within walking distance from you, so you can ask somebody for help. I mean, if you know you're abusing your prescriptions, then kind of up to you. You know, you gotta take the next step. Okay, I don't want to be doing this. I'm addicted now. Do you need detox? We can help you. If you go into our chat, you can reach out. We could help navigate you somewhere to get detox. If that's not what you're looking for, and you're looking for a sponsor or somebody in the area that you can work with, I mean, Pinellas has got some awesome meetings. You know, I used to work in Pinellas Park, so I know a few things that are going on over there. You can reach out to us and we can point you in the right direction. But you did the first right thing. You told on yourself and you're asking for help. So now the next thing is take the help.
Exactly. But we definitely can point you in the right direction. If you want to reach out to us, our email, I can give you our email address.
I think the Rebos Club is right there in Pinellas Park.
Let me see if I can.
I'm going to Google that right now.
I'm going to info at hopeshot.org, and I can get you the info. I'm going to put it into the chat. Just copy and paste, and then shoot us an email.
Yeah, Rebos is in Kansas City, right there next to Pinellas Park.
And I know that there's another one. There's what is that? Oh my gosh, what is it?
I don't
know either. It's called something, I forget. There's a club out there.
There's lots of them.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know, but it's on. What is that? I don't even know.
Oh, this is good advice. My brain's mush. Maybe go to the hospital to withdraw. A social worker will help you with resources and transportations. Thank you, Amy Lee. I'm a little burnt out right now. That's fantastic advice.
Where do they live?
Pinellas Park.
Pinellas Park. Yeah. All right, man. I think that's it for tonight. Like
Kelly's over there. If you reach out, if you're still watching, if you reach out through the messenger or through email that Justin was putting in there, we will get back to you. She's looking for resources right now.
Yeah, she has a whole slew of resources that she can point you in the right direction.
A plethora.
And but email us and let us know, and we can help you and point you in the right direction.
And we're sorry that we missed that. Definitely not ignoring you.
Definitely not. All right. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. Unless, Caesar, you have anything to share?
No, I think we covered it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
we covered it. We're crazy.
We're crazy. We're gonna have a gang back together soon.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. We're gonna have the gang back together. So thank you for bearing with us as we get through these this week of
trying times.
Trying times. Yeah.
Nah, but we miss Nate. You know,
yeah.
Nate brings so much to the table, but you know he's out there helping people and working and doing what he's supposed to be doing. So
yeah, we need Nate, Janelle. We need to get Lisa on here. You know,
they're all living their best life.
I know. All right, guys, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead, and you know, kick its butt. You know, love y'all. We'll see you next Sunday.
Peace.
Where are we at? There we are. See you.